Today I have some smart strategies for you that not only have helped me become a better painter, helped me to grow, but more importantly, helped me to keep moving forward. So strategy number 1 is don't be too literal. When we're painting on location or we're focused on a reference photo, sometimes we can focus on trying to paint exactly what we see. It might be every fence post or every tree, but we're so into the details that we kind of forget the purpose on why we became painters. But as painters, we need to remember something. We're painters, not photographers. Now, that's not a knock on photography. I think photography is wonderful, but we have to remind ourselves why we became painters. As an artist, we have permission to interpret. Our job isn't to necessarily copy exactly what we see. Our job is to create an emotion to help the viewer see and feel something from our paintings. Start by asking yourself this question: why am I painting this scene? What was it that attracted you to it in the first place? Maybe it was the beautiful light. Maybe it was the atmosphere. Maybe it was the sense of distance. Maybe it was the movement. Whatever it was, identify what that is, and then ask yourself, how can I emphasize that idea? And that answer can help you decide what you include in your composition and what you want to actually leave out. Strategy number 2 is to think like a scientist. This one has probably helped me more than I realized over the years. As an artist, we put a lot of ourselves into our paintings, our emotion, our times, and even our expectations. And sometimes when you have high expectations, it's easy to fall from them. Because what happens if a painting doesn't turn out the way we expect, we self-criticize. We think, well, I must not be very good at this. Even today, I'm my worst critic. I think we should approach our paintings the exact same way as a scientist. So rather than asking us the question, is this a good painting? We should ask, what can I have learned from this painting? And try not to attack your self-worth because of the outcome of a single painting. Remember, you need to dedicate yourself to the process, not necessarily just the end result. And if you do that and remember that, you'll be more willing to come back every day and continue painting. If you're enjoying these watercolor strategies and you want to become a better artist, hey, consider subscribing. That's exactly what this channel is all about. Strategy number 3 is to do a study before you paint. Now, I know I've mentioned this before in other videos, and it's a great reminder for myself, but I couldn't emphasize it more, that before you commit to a full painting, consider doing a study of that painting before you begin and commit. If the idea of doing a value study kind of feels like a hurdle or a roadblock for you, make it even simpler. You might as well do a quick thumbnail or a quick drawing of your composition. Remember, that's not your masterpiece. It's just to help you get started. You're simply trying to ask yourself a few questions before you commit 1 or 2 or a week worth of time into a masterpiece. You're asking yourself questions like, where's my focal point? Does the composition work? Where's my lightest and my darkest areas? Is what I'm trying to emphasize really going to work? You're trying to eliminate as many question marks as possible so that way the process of painting will be easy for you. And finally, strategy number 4 is to practice outside of the painting. Set aside some dedicated time for practicing. Think of this. Imagine if you told a professional athlete that they were only allowed to practice during their game. That sounds ridiculous. Or if you asked a professional musician that they were only allowed to practice their instrument during their concert. Again, that sounds ridiculous. But essentially, many of us, that's exactly what we do as painters. First, you want to identify what skill it is that you want to improve. It might be skies or trees or figurines, maybe it's your color mixing or your water control. Whatever it is, determine what it is and set aside maybe 10 minutes for a couple of days during the week. Just have it in your schedule specifically to practice those skills. And by committing intentional practicing over time, you'll see your growth improve. And that's a great reminder on why we're here on this channel, is to help each one of us become better painters. So remember those strategies to don't be too literal in copying everything in your reference photo. Think like a scientist, so that way you're learning new things through the process. Consider doing a value study before you commit so much time into your final painting. And then finally, practice, practice, practice. By consistently doing these strategies over time, you'll totally see your improvement. And if you consistently apply them, I think you'll be surprised at how much progress you're going to make.